Hey guys, so today I just wanted to share with you this aquaponics system that I just got. Let me show you what Michael had to say so you know what you need to go out and buy, and you can add on to his information because I might not have asked all the questions that I needed to. So if you can think of anything else that wasn't covered in this video, please comment down below. Thank you. Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today we're on a field trip. We're starting an aquaponics system at this hydroponic store in Dublin, California.
Okay. Where are we at?
We're at Dublin Aquaponics.
Dublin Aquaponics.
In Dublin, California.
In Dublin, California.
So,
what is the function of it?
So you have your fish create ammonia.
Mm-hmm.
The ammonia turns into nitrites and then nitrates. And the way that happens is because the bacteria live on surface area, whether it's the raft or the sides, or a bunch of little clay pebbles, rocks, lava rock, whatever the media is. That's the hotel room where the living organisms live. When you circulate the fish water, the water that has ammonia in it, into the bacteria surface area, the living organisms consume it and break it down and turn it in from nitrites into nitrates.
How often does it have to be maintained? Is this a daily chore?
You have to feed your fish, depending on the fish, might determine on how often you feed them. Okay. The water level will get low, so you'll have to add water.
Okay.
And then the pH at first will be trying to go up, and then after a seasoned system, maybe 6 months or so, the pH will be trying to go down.
Okay. Well, then I'm ready to get a system.
Okay.
Right brain drives me insane. Don't lie, don't lie, don't lie to me.
Boom.
Easy peasy.
Don't fry, don't fry, don't fry.
Slide. Right underneath it. Okay, your fill's going to be low, and then your drain is going to be either one or two of these. Most likely it's only going to be one of these. And this is going to be your drain.
Okay.
And so what we're going to do is they're going to sit down here right in those little spots right there.
Does it matter which is on which side?
Nope.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. But it does matter on the height, because what's going to happen is the pump is going to fill up the tray, and water is going to overflow back into the tray through here. This is just going to be a drain that goes back into the reservoir. So water is going to pump into here. It's going to fill up the tray to that level and overflow. When the timer turns off, it'll take the water from that level and drain it all the way back down through the pump. This is the pump that I would recommend for the system. I would recommend is, if you can, take a screw and screw this to right here.
Okay.
All the way up high. The water's never going to get up to that, so it's not going to leak.
Okay.
But that will lock this in so the media can't get up underneath this.
Because the media is pretty fat.
But I like having a media guard too, because the roots end up getting caught into the drain.
Okay.
So if you didn't have this, you could fill the whole thing up. These could be buried, but the roots will climb into the drain and clog it. And it's just one less problem. So I found having a media guard works really good. So you'll fill.
Okay.
Another thing I like to do personally is I like to put a crawdad in there.
Why?
They keep it clean.
Oh.
So like
how
crawdad
cute.
wax, you just go through and just climb in there and clean out the drain and yeah, any residue and stuff to get in there. So I usually just drop a crawdad right there. And
should I put two so it doesn't get depressed?
They'll fight.
Oh, all right.
They'll fight.
What do you think is the
won't.
easiest to grow? What should I start with for?
I would grow with like leafy greens, basil, Swiss chard. Swiss chard's really pretty. It grows really, really well. Leafy greens are probably the easiest. Just drop the seed in there.
Okay.
You definitely want to make sure the rock wool's already wet, and then if you can, spray it with a spray bottle, or drop a drop of water on the seed, and then the seed will germinate, and then from there you could put it into the media. This one fits in a propagation tray, and this one's got individual wraps. So if you just wanted to use a few blocks at a time, this is easier to just pull off a few, or some people like to do this whole tray at a time. It takes about 6 months for an aquaponic system to really be firing on all cylinders.
Okay.
When it comes to aquaponics, you don't need to max out your fish size. So when it comes to aquaculture, that's where that ratio kind of comes in, 1 pound of fish per 5 gallons of water. But that might be way too much fish for a small system like this.
Yeah, like 35 fish.
Right. I mean, I grew 2 giant sized cabbage with 2 goldfish that were this big. It took a long time, but it happened.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really require a ton, but you'll know like if when you're doing your testing and you start testing it, if you need to add more fish. But I would probably start out on the smaller side unless you have more homes for the fish. Because what you don't want to do is have just too many fish and nowhere for them to go.
Okay.
0.6, it's too low for the bacteria.
Okay.
So the bacteria can't live in anything lower than 5.6.
Okay.
So it's got to be above that. Most hydroponic systems are going to run in 5.5, maybe a little bit above, but because the bacteria can't live in that low, you know, you'd want to bring it up. So that 5.6 number, 56 degrees, no lower than 56 degrees, and then 5.6 pH, keep it in that window right there, but that's just a number to kind of remember. This is the drill bit that I use. It's called a unibit. The largest size on here is 1 3/8. So that would be the size, 1 3/8 would be the size for that tub outlet fitting. But this is the drill bit that I use.
Oh, okay.
Correct. Do you have any other questions?
I don't think so. If I do, I'm gonna call you.
You totally can.
Okay.
You totally can.